The fire horse is a very, very powerful year. So if you have a company or a venture that you've been thinking about, this is not the year to sit back. Traditionally, in fire years, the markets have always gone up. The fire is very, very strong. So it is also a time to take care that you don't leave candles untended in the house. Spiritual energy is going to be very, very high this year. Take that first step. It's number 1 year and you cannot go wrong. So in 2026, as I told you, that the south is where the wealth god, where the Chinese Lakshmi ji is sitting this year.
Okay.
Declutter, declutter, declutter. Let go of what is no more useful, meaningful or beautiful in your lives. You're going to be riding one of the most powerful horses that you can ever think about.
The Lunar New Year has begun and we are now officially in the year of the fire horse according to the Chinese Zodiac. There is much excitement amongst astrologers who consider this to be a rare and powerful cycle. Experts say the fire horse energy is all about passion, velocity and bold transformation, but it must be navigated carefully to be beneficial. Our guest on this episode of Buzz by the Bay will guide us on how to work consciously with the year's energy. Very pleased to welcome energy strategist who has extensive experience in Feng Shui, Vastu, Numerology and astrology, Meenakshi Agrawal. Welcome on the show.
Hello Anushka, it's very nice to be here too.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard a lot about you and you have so many areas of expertise. Vedic astrology, Feng Shui, Reiki, Numerology, name it.
Vastu, another favorite of mine.
Yeah, and you've advised so many people. You've been on movie sets advising them. You've worked on people's homes. And but on this interview, we'll focus largely on the fire horse, which is supposed to be a powerful cycle.
Yes, it's a very, very exciting year.
Okay.
If we know how to ride this horse.
If we know how to ride this horse.
Yes.
So through the course of the interview, you're going to tell us how to ride this horse and make the most of this year.
Definitely, Anushka.
Okay. So you're an energy strategist. First of all, what exactly is an energy strategist?
So you know what, let me give you a live example. You might have been to a beautiful house, but does it feel a bit soulless still? You might have an office which has all the furniture in place, but does it capture the energy? Does it make you want to give you the right output, give you the right result? You know, so very often not. So what as an energy strategist I do, what I also called is an urban energy architect, is that I use all these sciences, you know, both Western, Chinese and Indian, all three of them, and I amalgamate it together to create better energy and energy flow in your workspace, in your home space, and by default then in your life.
Like you said, you know, you could go to a stunning home, but it could be soulless or something could be missing.
Yeah.
That's where you come in to infuse it with the right energy.
Yes.
Okay. So, you know, coming to fire horse, and the previous year was the year of the wood snake.
Yes, that's right.
So the wood snake, which began end Jan to 16th Feb, was, they say, a year of shedding, confronting your uncomfortable parts of yourself, old habits, habits that are redundant now, parts of your unconscious self, you know, that you need to get rid of. It was a year of shedding, introspection. And now we come to the fire horse, which is supposed to be a year of movement. You'll tell us more about that. So how did snake gear us up for this fire horse?
So the Chinese zodiac is very much based on nature, and it takes its 12 zodiac animals from nature as well, and each year carries the characteristics and qualities of that animal that we know of. So you know the snake is famous for molting and shedding its skin. So it also talks about leaving the old and beginning anew. The fire horse is a very, very powerful year. It comes once in 60 years and it is actually, I could easily say, one of the most happening years in the entire Chinese astrological cycle. Why? Because the fire horse almost directly represents the sun. So the sun, as we know, is what the entire galaxy revolves around. All the in the solar system, it has a prime position, and the sun also, traditionally, the sun in all mythology is in a chariot drawn by 7 horses, and even now, like it gives us nourishment, it gives us light, it marks the beginning and end of our day. So it's a very important, it plays a very important role in all our lives.
Yeah.
That is why we as human beings will resonate all the more with the fire horse. This is an energy we know. We salute to it every morning with our Surya Namaskars.
Yeah.
And we say good night to it every night when the moon comes out. And we, run our clocks by it. We work by it. We play by it. All of this. So that is why the snake has allowed us to shed what we no more need,
Yes.
to emerge new, to be ready for new experiences. And the fire horse will give us now that momentum to go forward. You're going to be riding one of the most powerful horses that you can ever think about.
Really? I
Yes.
mean, that sounds exciting, but a little intimidating also. Because, I mean, it's a year of velocity and speed. You have to ride it carefully.
Definitely, you need the right saddle.
Yeah.
You need a lot of muscular control.
Okay.
You need to be very strategic. You are with probably like the best stallion, the fastest, the most powerful one in the universe. So you cannot be very casual about it. You have to be very strategic, how you're going to get on him, how you're going to ride him. You have to go with the flow. You cannot go against the flow. So this is a year which promotes new beginnings. So if you have a company or a venture that you've been thinking about, this is not the year to sit back. That is against the energy. This is a year to launch it. To go ahead and take the risk. To go and have a new beginning. If this is a year when you've been looking for career change, not out of ego, not out of need, but because you have been feeling that little will to make a change, to try something new, to energize your career, then this is a year to take that chance. Because you can ride the fire horse and it will take you very far.
It will take you fast. You said this is the year to take the risk if you've been thinking of a new entrepreneurial endeavor or business.
Yes.
So, but will the risk pay off?
Well, you will have all the support you need for it. Then the outcome finally depends on your destiny, your efforts. Some of the animals of the Chinese zodiac are very still or they are very soft. But the fire horse is very dynamic, it is very energetic, it is very strong. And also, if you realize, horse is man's friend. He is a domesticated animal, so as to speak.
Yes.
An animal whom you can make as a pet, you can take to the race course, he can help on the farms as a workhorse in olden days. So it's a friendly animal to humans.
Okay.
So definitely I would say that the year will support you if you are strategic in your thinking, you know what you are doing, and you decide to go ahead and ride the horse.
Decide to go ahead and ride the horse. Later on, I want to come to special zodiac signs that might benefit more than others from this. But going back to, so the snake, and I was reading on the snake and the horse comparison. And as I said, the snake, they said it's for deep cellular work. And as you explained, the horse is ideal for new beginnings. Okay. But if you can explain to us a little bit about Chinese metaphysics. So an animal is paired with one of the 5 elements: wood, fire, earth, metal, or water. So if you could just explain how that works.
So I'll tell you first of all the difference between the snake here and the horse here. So if we realize that everywhere in the world, nothing much moved in the snake here. Nothing much moved. Even the stock markets had a sideways movement. Even though the wars and things like that which are there on around the world, they seem to make no progress. They didn't get better, they didn't get worse. They just sort of lingered on and were there. And now the firehouse is a year which will see, because wood is by itself growing in one place. Okay. Fire can spread out, it is changing every minute. So that is why this is the difference between the wood element and the fire element, and the snake and the horse. And now, because fire can just grow, it can spread out, it can be unpredictable. The horse is talking about huge movement. So what we will see is, we will see things moving this year. We will see the stock markets moving, we will see war talks or peace talks moving, we will see leaders, good leaders getting respect, bad leaders getting told off by the public. It's still the beginning of the year. The horse is just about warming up.
Just warming up.
Just warming up, I mean to say 17th February, which was the Chinese New Year, has just been last week.
Yeah.
So, let him he's still in his stable, he's still raring to go, he's all ready.
So you say we'll see movement in conflict, movement in the stock market, but it could be a movement in either direction. You mean like the markets could go up or down? Is that what you're saying?
The way I look at it, traditionally in fire years, the markets have always gone up.
Gone up.
The markets are fire energy. They say stock markets are on fire.
On fire.
And that's the day when everyone in the stock markets are super happy.
Yeah.
So I think this is a year when we can be very hopeful for the stock markets.
Yeah.
And as far as the conflicts are concerned, the worrying thing is that, all the firearms and armaments, the bombs, all of these are traditionally associated with fire energy. But I must tell you that there are many kinds of fire energy. There is a destructive fire of forest fires. There is a domestic fire which we use for cooking and for nourishment. There is the candle light which gives us hope and light when it's dark. There is the sunlight which nourishes the entire planet. So all fire is not destructive fire. What we have seen in our studies is that the fire that is created by, what we call is the yin element fire is the one that creates wars and bad energies. And I think this is a year when we realize that by the end of the year, we'll start to put a lot of all of this behind us. So there is hope.
Okay, so you're saying the yin energy fire is bad energy. So if you could explain a little more on the yang, there's yin and yang, right, in Feng Shui?
Yes.
So
yes.
is the yang a good energy fire?
So everything in balance is good. Yin and yang literally mean male and female.
Okay.
Okay. It also talks about day and night. It also talks about aggression or being passive. So nothing is good or bad by itself, Anushka.
So if you can tell us about some of the other qualities of the energy of the fire horse. We spoke a lot about, movement and change, but what are the other qualities?
I think the biggest quality of the fire horse is strength. The second biggest quality is strategy. So when you have that purebred stallion out there on a race course, intent on winning the race, what is he thinking? He is thinking, I have to win this race. He's competitive. He knows how to elbow aside the competition and move ahead. He is totally focused on running as fast as he can. So if we also embrace these qualities this year, where we think calmly but act quickly. The thing is that don't think calmly, come up with a strategy, know what you're going to do, and then you move ahead. Another quality of fire horse is that the fire is very, very strong. So it is also a time to take care that you don't leave candles untended in the house. Yeah, because fire can easily get out of control.
Of course.
Yes, so it has to be contained. So this is like a little warning or a little thing to beware of this year, that don't leave fires untended. It's also a year when fire horse is about shining. So you will find some good movies releasing this year. You will find the Bollywood industry doing well this year.
Oh.
Yeah, you will find that If you are seeking name and fame, this is the year to put yourself out. You'll find a lot of technological advancements this year. Things to do with space will be good. Maybe some new breakthrough.
Yeah.
Or some new planet will be explored.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and spiritual energy is going to be very, very high this year.
Important that you told people don't leave fires untended. But do you think then this will be a year one might see more fires or accidents or things like that?
Could be. That
Could
is
be.
why we put out a warning, and we hope that our viewers will take heed of it and spread the word and share this podcast with many others so that the benefit can reach maximum people of this knowledge.
Okay, fine. So you've told us the main qualities. So the kids born in this year will have those qualities of like competitiveness, fiery nature, strength. Is that so?
You could say that a horoscope is made up of many other elements and not just the year.
Yeah.
But they would carry traces of where they would be fast thinkers, fast decision makers, where they would like to be on the move as long as the rest of their horoscope doesn't contradict the year.
Rest of the horoscope.
Yeah, so as you were earlier mentioning, there are 5 elements in Chinese philosophy: water, wood, fire, earth and metal. And the horoscope is called the 4 pillars of destiny. It's a very interesting horoscope. It tells you the elements which make you up and which you can do well with, or which you don't do well with. So this in turn determines what kind of colors you use, which direction you use, which direction your table should face, and things like that.
How interesting. So let's say according to the Chinese zodiac, I'm a dragon.
Oh wow.
Okay, so how would this year be for a dragon, the fire horse year?
So a dragon, by its very nature, is essentially a leader. It is the only animal of the Chinese zodiac which is a celestial animal.
Okay.
All the other 11 animals are found here on earth. But the dragon is considered very holy, very auspicious by the Chinese.
Yes.
And it is found in the heavens. And so it is in a way the leader. Okay. And dragons have great startup energy, Anushka. So this is a year actually for you if you've been thinking about something, of expanding your career, of trying that something new that you were thinking about. I think you're going to do great this year.
Okay, well that's great to know. I'll check in with you at the end of the year.
Can I give you a little tip?
Yeah.
I can give you a little tip by which your name and fame and that of your podcast will really shine this year.
Sure.
So I want you to take a white candle, put it in the south direction of your office, and every day light it for some time.
Okay.
When you're sitting in the office, maybe for 15 minutes or something like that, just light it every day.
Okay.
Or maybe, at your altar in your office, but in the south of your office.
South.
Yes.
Okay.
And you're going to become the famous Anushka with Buzz by the Bay.
Thank you for that. I'm enjoying this podcast. Okay. So, from an energy perspective, what kind of global or collective themes may emerge in 2026? Are we going to see growing? You already spoke spoke about movement. But any specific predictions for the globe and for India?
So, let's talk about the globe first.
Okay.
I told you it is a year when the people will speak. They are not going to sit back. The people will speak, the common public will speak, they will make their voices heard. They will select the right leaders. There might be rebellions, there might be revolts, but they are not ready to put up with bad leadership anymore.
That's good to know.
Yeah. So we will notice that as the time goes by. I am also hopeful that the people will speak up for peace. And so their good leaders will hear and they will work towards a better solution and a better world order and not just blowing up each other as we've been seeing continuously for the past 3 years. Yeah. And for India specific, India is a very different animal, as we all know. And we are all so high in the spirituality quotient that I think this, we are also South Asia.
Yeah.
And South is where the wealth god is sitting this year
Oh,
in 2026.
okay.
And I think India will be seeing a lot of money coming its way, a lot of money being better managed in India, a lot of youngsters setting up startups, a lot of initiatives, new ideas, a lot of building for the future. A lot of building for the future, a lot of dreams for the future, so there a lot of seeds will be sown this year, for what can happen. And it will also be like a year of India shining, I think, because the focus is on the fire horse, the sun, South Asia.
But you also said there'll be movement towards peace and people will speak up and they won't tolerate bad leaders anymore globally.
Definitely.
Globally and even in
and
India.
even in India, yes,
Yeah.
definitely.
So the power is going to be with the people, and that's a good thing.
Yes.
Coming to a bit of numerology. So 2026 is a 1, right?
Yes, a number one.
6 plus 2 plus 2 is 10,
Yes,
which
yes,
is 1.
yes.
And you're a numerology expert. So what does a number 1 year invite people to focus on personally and professionally?
So number one, once again, is the leader of the pack. It's the beginning of the number line. So again, it's all about startup energy. And my advice to everybody out there is that don't sit back, don't relax, get up, go and fulfill your dreams. Take that chance, take that step, open your business, take up that job that you want to, or leave it and do what you have dreamt of doing all your life. Take that first step. It's number 1 year and you cannot go wrong.
You cannot go wrong with a number 1 year.
If you are well thought out and you know what you are doing, don't be scared of risk. Go ahead and take that step.
So it really is from that perspective also, from a numerology perspective also, it's a year of new beginnings
Yes,
and shaking up
yes,
old systems.
yes.
Now we've established that. 2025 was a 9. We saw some very terrible events in 2025, especially in our country. We saw like terrorist attacks. We saw the terrible Air India plane crash. We saw, there was a certain negativity for a few months. You think that negativity will go away this year?
So a snake is really like a negative animal, no? When we think about it, poison,
Yeah.
slithering around, not like a trustworthy or a stalwart animal. So if the year also carried, terrorists are like that, right? Sneaky, slithering around, they'll bite you and they will poison you, So thankfully the year is behind us, and hopefully the fire horse with all its brilliance will calm us and shine a light on us.
So I was reading, a Feng Shui consultant, I was reading an article of another Feng Shui consultant that suggests caution, saying that the fire horse here amplifies every natural trait to an intense degree, resulting in unstoppable drive, which you already spoke about, and an immense passion. But like a wildfire, that energy must be directed or it can burn through everything, including themselves. So what precautions must we take personally so that we don't burn ourselves out?
A lot of what is written, there is a lot floating around on the internet right
Yeah,
now.
there is.
And that is one of the reasons why I started to put myself out in public and talk a little bit about spirituality, metaphysicality, and about different fields, because I just wanted true knowledge to spread. I don't think there is any danger or fear of anyone burning themselves out.
Okay.
But I think contrary to that, you have to, of course, think things out, know what you are doing, be strategic, as I keep on repeating. But I think this is a year when you can move ahead in your life. You should not be very egoistical. You should really look deep in, and because the fire horse is like the sun, like the lamp, like the lantern, it's like a light. Shine a light upon your own heart and soul. see what is it that you really want, and in India we are very lucky. We have our mantras, we have our gods, pray to your higher consciousness for the right guidance. Try and say the Gayatri mantra every morning with the
Okay.
rising sun.
Nice.
And, I think if you take the right decision, you will have the right movement that you want.
Okay, that's lovely. Like you said, a lot of people on social media are saying a lot of things about the fire horse. It's a very trending topic, right?
Yeah.
So I've seen a lot of posts on Instagram saying that the fire horse doesn't affect all like regular zodiac signs equally. And many posts have said that zodiac signs like Leo, Aries, and Libra will benefit the most. Is this true?
So, this is one of those myths of the internet. The Western zodiac signs, the sun signs, the Linda Goodman ones that we've all read about, they have no relation whatsoever with the Chinese zodiac signs.
Oh,
Yeah, because they are based monthly,
yeah.
and the Chinese zodiac signs are based yearly. So
I understand, but there's no cross section
there is
somewhere.
there's no crossover. And no year is bad in general for a whole huge section of people. No year is good in general for a huge cross section of people. It all depends on your personal chart, how it interacts, your initiatives. There's heaven's chi, there is human chi also, your own energy, how you decide to act.
Yeah.
And free will is huge.
Of course.
Free will is huge. You cannot just expect the heavens to give if you do not work hard.
Of course, yeah.
You cannot expect the heavens to look after your health if you do not rest enough.
Yeah.
So, I think there is no correlation. But overall, I think the only zodiac sign as per the Chinese zodiac, I'm sure many viewers here know their Chinese year of birth as well.
Yeah.
So if they are born in the year of the rat, you have to be a little careful this year of any injuries, and you can help to boost your energy and your health by putting a little metal bowl of water in your north sector of your home or of your living room or of your study or of your office.
So is there any Chinese zodiac that will specifically benefit from fire horse year?
The goat.
Goat.
The goat.
Okay.
Because the mountain goat is very, very agile. It is the friend of the horse. It will get all the right support it needs this year to move ahead. It also has very good academic stars. So, if you're a student and if you are giving an exam this year and you are a goat, you can be sure that it's the right year for you to give a lot of exams.
Goats should give exams. Okay,
Yeah.
great. Goat is also greatest of all time. This is their year to shine. Interesting. So, how can individuals stay centered and thoughtful in this fast moving year? Because I've also read that one has to balance intensity with calming practices. You already said very beautifully about the Gayatri mantra and keeping that spiritual element. But how can we sort of, protect our own nervous system maybe this year?
Nervous system is very important this year because the one danger that is there is for blood pressure, nerves and heart this year.
Okay.
Because fire element is also the blood, and because it is so fast and so hot. So I think personally for me, maybe a personal example will work better. I have, as a matter of fact, I'm doing it on my Insta Reels as well. Moonlight meditation, because moon is the opposite energy of the sun. It's more calming. It's at night time. It's very gentle energy. So if you harness the energy of the full moon, and if you harness the energy of the no moon or amavas, you can let go of your burdens.
Yeah.
You can let go of the emotions you unnecessarily start to carry. And also rest this year is non-negotiable. You have to set out time for your good 7-hour sleep at night. You have to set out time for that Sunday nap. You have to, for all the working professionals out there, you have to say yes to your family and no to your work commitments
from a Feng Shui perspective, and I can see you have your lovely
Yes.
Feng Shui compass over here.
Yes, it's
What-
called the Lopan actually,
Lopan.
and it talks about all the 360 degrees. So the energy which not only what north or south bring, but which degree of north brings what energy to this house.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. So, what kind of energy will be felt in homes and workspaces in 2026?
So in 2026, as I told you, that the south is where the wealth god, where the Chinese Lakshmi ji is sitting this year.
Okay.
Okay, so keep it neat, clean and clutter free.
South.
Yes, and after a very long time, the Middle East has had very disturbed energy the past few years.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and traditionally so also. After many years, this year has a better energy in the Tai Chi, in the center of your house, in the center of the world. So I think that is a place to spend maximum time. You'll have some good times, relaxed times, keep it clean and clutter free.
So, some examples from your work. How have you guided people this year? Like, you've been on the sets of movies and things like that. I mean, what practical advice have you given them for this year? Bhabhi ji ghar pe hai. You were, you enhanced
Yes,
the
yes.
energy of that set. So you
Yes.
can talk a bit about that.
So Binayfer, the producer, is a dear friend.
Okay.
And she's just also a very different thinker. Most people call me for more prosperity. Feng Shui is great for prosperity, for
Okay.
making more money. But Binayfer just wanted to do well by her actors, and she wanted a more stress-free atmosphere. She asked me, what does this year need? And I said, it needs people to take less stress, to be more relaxed. She said, why don't you just come and do that on my set? So just the colors we chose, and little bit of the camera angles, and where the actors enter and exit from, where does the director sit, just some stuff, because you can't really alter a lot on a movie set.
Okay.
Yeah.
You can't.
But anyway, my brand of energy creation and strategizing is not about demolition. It's not about breaking things down. It's not about doing surgery to your homes or offices or factories. It's only about making little tweaks, little additions,
Yeah.
little ways in which, little movement, so that the energy flows better.
Okay.
And it does work very well. The year has just begun, so there
Yeah.
are fewer things that I have done this year, but I must talk to you about something I did last year.
Yes.
I did consultation for some vineyards in France.
Oh.
Yeah, and I realized one thing over there, that these vineyards used to be very patriarchal. So the energy used to support the male energy. And now a lot of women, a lot of young women, the daughters, the wives, they are running the vineyards. So they were not flourishing the way they could have, because the energy which was steeped into the buildings, into the area, was extremely patriarchal and meant to support the men.
Yeah.
So, when I went there, we had to think now how to support the woman who's running the operations, because she still needs to make profits. French wines are very expensive. They are facing very stiff competition from cheaper wines growing all over the world now. So, that is when you realize you had to make the energy more feminine.
Did you bring transformation into these vineyards and
Of
there?
course.
That's
of course.
amazing.
And with very simple changes, like changing the door by which they enter and things like that.
Really?
Yeah.
How interesting. Are there any particular careers that will really flourish this year over others?
One of the best elements this year, is earth. So, it's also all about nurturing. It's also about cooking and baking. It's also about being a mother. We say Mother Earth.
Yes.
It's also about gardening. It's also about nurturing your family. It's about chefs who are cooking up great meals for us.
Yeah.
It's about these builders building amazing buildings for everyone to live in. So anyone who works with earth or any of the elements related to it,
Yeah.
it's going to be a great career.
Lastly, Meenakshi, it's been a very fascinating conversation.
Thank you.
Few simple practices listeners can adopt to make the most of 2026. A last message for the year of the fire horse for people, for the audience. I know you mentioned a lot, but if you can end with a closing message,
You know, my favorite message for everybody, and especially relevant in 2026, declutter, declutter, declutter. Let go of what is no more useful, meaningful, or beautiful in your lives. Be it things, be it energies, be it emotions. And let's make a fresh start this year and ride the fire horse and see what great places we can go to.
Lovely. Beautiful message. And I like that. Declutter, declutter, declutter. Thank you. Thank you,
Thank you,
Meenakshi.
Anushka. It's been an absolute pleasure.
Real pleasure talking.